The yard lies wounded, a graveyard of forgotten dreams, under the harsh neon glow of the city. Oily rain weeps down shattered metal, washing away the grime of battle, but not the pain. The Titan, once a beacon of defiance, now slumps, its gun metal hide scarred and silent. Deep gouges mar its plating, wounds that feel strangely personal to the weary crew. Smoke still curls from ruptured conduits, painting ghostly tendrils against the bruised sky above. A metallic groan echoes through the rain-slicked canyons of scrap, a lament for lost strength. The air itself feels heavy with defeat, a thick, metallic temps clinging to every breath. Small figures move amidst the wreckage, their silhouettes stark against the distant city lights. Each step is heavy, weighted by the exhaustion that gnaws at their very bones and spirits. Their faces are streaked with grime and weariness, eyes reflecting the dull glint of wet metal. A quiet despair settles over them, a bitter taste in the aftermath of the recent siege. Yet, amidst the desolation, a flicker of resolve ignites, a stubborn refusal to yield. They gaze upon the damaged Titan, its colossal form, a silent monument to their struggle. The fight for the yard proved costly, but it also forged an undeniable, shared understanding. Hiding their metallic protector, they now realize, offers no true sanctuary from hungry eyes. The corporations will return, their shadows looming large over their precarious existence. A grim clarity sharpens their weary minds. Inaction only postpones the inevitable confrontation. The Titan's fate, intertwined with their own, demands a bolder, more decisive course of action. They must confront the mystery within its heart, the secret that promises either salvation or doom. The rain intensifies, drumming a relentless rhythm against the corrugated iron of their workshop. Inside, the air is thick with the scent of ozone and cooling metal, a testament to their recent efforts. Tools lie scattered across workbenches, silent witnesses to frantic repairs and desperate measures. One of the crew traces a finger along a scorch mark, a tangible reminder of incoming missiles. A heavy sigh escapes another, echoing the collective burden they all silently carry tonight. The Titan's presence outside casts a long, imposing shadow even through the workshop walls. They remember its roar, a sound that shook the very foundations of the city during the siege. That power, they now understand, holds a truth that must be unveiled, despite the inherent danger. The thought of opening the core sends a shiver down their spines, a primal fear of the unknown. Legends whisper of such ancient machines holding more than mere gears and circuits inside. They speak of echoes from a forgotten war, of spirits trapped within the cold, hard metal. But curiosity, a dangerous flame, flickers brightly in their exhausted, determined eyes. Now, the questions gnaw at them. Who built this Titan? What purpose does it truly serve? Why did it choose their humble yard, their struggling crew, amidst all the world's chaos? The Titan's heart, they believe, holds the answers. Locked away behind layers of sealed metal, a collective nod passes between them, a silent agreement to face the truth, whatever it may be. The decision hangs in the air, a heavy weight, yet also a strange, liberating promise. Outside, the sky glows with the ominous green and purple hues of a distant, churning storm. The air crackles with latent energy, mirroring the tension that now grips the salvage crew. As night descends, the yard plunges into deeper shadows, save for the flickering neon signs. The rain softens to a drizzle, a gentle whisper against the rusting hulks of forgotten machinery. All is quiet, save for the distant hum of the city and the drip of water from shattered eaves. Then, a subtle shift in the silence, a faint, almost imperceptible metallic click breaks the calm. A tool, seemingly of its own accord, slides across a workbench, glinting in the faint light. A wrench, left untouched moments before, now rests precisely beside a complex schematic diagram. No one is present in the workshop, yet the air hums with an unseen, guiding presence. Tonight, footprints, faint and barely visible, appear in the fine ash, dusting the workshop floor. They lead from the open doorway, circling the Titan's core, then vanish as mysteriously as they came. The ghost mechanic returns, It's silent work, a familiar, unsettling ballet in the darkness. Subtle adjustments are made. Bolts tightened with impossible precision by invisible hands. A faint, ethereal glow emanates from a previously sealed panel on the Titan's colossal chest. The crew, stirring from uneasy slumber, feels a strange pull towards the workshop now. Sleep offers no true rest when such potent mysteries stir within their very own salvage yard. They gather slowly, drawn by an instinctual awareness that something has fundamentally changed. Their eyes fall upon the Titan, its repaired sections gleaming faintly under the moonlight. A new part, intricately crafted, rests on the Titan's chest plate, an offering from the unseen. It is a key, ornate and ancient, unlike any tool they have ever encountered in their trade. The key glows with a soft, internal light, pulsing faintly, almost like a miniature heart itself. A single, stark word is etched onto its surface, a silent command that resonates deeply. The message is simple, yet profoundly impactful. N-O-W. The word hangs in the damp night air, a decree from a force beyond their comprehension. Fear, cold and sharp, clutches at their throats, a tangible presence in the quiet workshop. Yet, a strange sense of inevitability washes over them, overriding their initial apprehension. The Titan, with its silent promise and ancient secrets, demands their full attention now. They approach the colossal machine, their footsteps echoing softly on the metal floor. The newly revealed access panel, previously hidden, now stands slightly ajar, inviting them closer. Its edges shimmer with faint, sacred-looking weld sparks, hinting at the ghost hand's recent work. The air around the panel feels charged, thick, with a potent, ancient energy awaiting release. They exchange nervous glances, each seeing their own trepidation reflected in the other's eyes. This is a threshold moment, a point of no return for their small, desperate salvage crew. One of them, the youngest, reaches out a trembling hand towards the glowing, ornate key. The metal feels cool beneath their fingers, yet pulses with an inner warmth, a living current. This key, they instinctively know, belongs to the Titan, meant only for its true unlocking. They look to their leader, a silent question hanging heavy in the expectant, humid air. The leader's face is a mask of grim determination, lines of stress etched around tired eyes. A slow, deliberate nod confirms their shared, unspoken decision to proceed, to open the heart. Fear, held like a fragile candle, flickers in their trembling hands, threatening to extinguish. Yet, the desire for truth, for answers to their entangled fates, burns even brighter tonight. The ghost hand's message now echoes in their minds, a compelling imperative that cannot be ignored any longer. They press the glowing key into the waiting lock, a soft, resonant click confirming its fit. The Titan shudders faintly, a deep tremor rumbling through the very foundations of the yard. A low hum begins to emanate from its core, a sound both ancient and profoundly powerful. The air grows heavy, thick with anticipation and the scent of charged particles building steadily. This is the precise moment an omniscient observer knows when their story locks into tragedy. They stand on the precipice, unaware of the abyssal depths that lie beyond this opening. Now, the Titan's core begins to glow, its internal mechanisms stirring with newfound, potent energy. A soft worry sound precedes the unfolding of the access panel, slowly revealing its secrets. The hatch releases a gust of cold, metallic-scented air, carrying whispers of forgotten ages. A faint, rhythmic thrumming grows steadily louder, resonating deeply within their very chests. It is the Titan's heartbeat, slow and profound, now thundering with a clearer, steadier rhythm. The chamber within opens, revealing intricate, glowing symbols etched into its inner walls. These ancient glyphs pulsed with an otherworldly luminescence, as if recognizing their presence now. The air inside the chamber feels impossibly cold, despite the vibrant, pulsing light within. Intricate patterns unfold before their astonished eyes, a cosmic map etched into the chamber's core. The symbols shift and intertwine, telling a silent story of power, purpose, and untold origins. They are not mere decorations, but active components, humming with latent, Enshinto, Enagizu. Each glyph seems to draw power from the Titan's newly awakened heart, feeding its inner fire. The crew gazes, mesmerized at the spectacle, their initial fear replaced by profound awe. This is no crude machine. It is a relic, a testament to a civilization far beyond their imagining. The chamber's architecture defies logic, appearing both alien and strangely familiar to them. It feels less like a mechanical space and more like a sacred vault, guarding something precious. The rhythmic heartbeat intensifies, a deep, resonant thrum that vibrates through the entire yard. Their very bones seem to hum in response, connecting them to the Titan's ancient, living pulse. Within the pulsing light, a central capsule reveals itself, sealed by layered metal petals. It is not a reactor, as they once presumed, but a chamber designed for intricate containment. The petals, forged from an unknown, iridescent metal, overlap perfectly, concealing its contents. Their surfaces reflect the glowing symbols, creating an illusion of infinite depth and mystery. The capsule pulsates with a soft, internal glow, a beacon of secrets waiting to be unearthed. It resembles a flower, impossibly large and metallic, blooming in the heart of the Titan. Yet, its aesthetic also evokes a sense of solemnity, like a coffin crafted by ancient engineers. A profound silence settles as they stare, absorbing the sheer impossibility of the artifact. This is the core, the true heart of the Titan, pulsating with a life force all its own. The air grows heavier still, charged with the weight of impending revelation, a tangible presence. One of the crew members, the one who found the key, steps cautiously towards the capsule. Now, their hand trembles slightly as they reach out, drawn by an irresistible, subconscious force. The metal petals begin to shift, responding to an unseen trigger, a silent, internal command. They retract with a soft, almost organic hiss, slowly unveiling the capsule's hidden interior. A soft, ethereal light spills forth, bathing the chamber in a gentle, golden luminescence. Within, suspended in shimmering energy, rests a single, ancient, metallic scroll-like object. It floats without visible support, radiating warmth, a stark contrast to the chamber's cold. The scroll, intricately detailed, appears to be made of an unknown, living metal alloy now. Its surface shimmers with iridescent hues, reflecting the awe and wonder in their wide eyes. As they lean closer, symbols begin to coalesce upon the scroll, forming familiar, stark letters. An inscription emerges from the shifting light, etched deep into the metallic surface before them. The letters glow, not with harsh neon, but with a soft, internal, sacred-looking brilliance. It is a name, clear and unmistakable, shimmering with an impossible, ancient glow. Now, a gasp escapes one of the crew, a sharp, sudden intake of breath that breaks the profound silence. The name etched into the core belongs to one of them. A chilling, undeniable truth revealed. They stare, disbelief, warring with sudden, stark recognition in their now haunted eyes. No! The crew member, whose name is emblazoned on the core, steps forward, a ghostly pallor on their face. Their breath catches, a strangled sound in the sudden, heavy stillness of the chamber. They reach out a trembling hand, as if to touch the glowing inscription, to confirm its reality. It is their name, written decades, perhaps centuries, before they ever drew their first breath. The impossible truth hangs in the air, a devastating blow to their understanding of existence. How could their name, their very identity, be forged into this ancient, war-torn machine? A cold dread seizes them, a realization that their lives are irrevocably tied to this Titan now. They stare at the name, as if witnessing their own obituary, written in advance by fate itself. The joyous discovery of the Titan now feels like a cruel, elaborate, cosmic joke played upon them. Their past, their future, their very essence now seems to belong to this colossal, ancient entity. A tremor ripples through the very fabric of reality, shaking the foundations of the salvage yard. Lights flicker violently across the entire district, blinking erratically in the dark, rainy night. Distant sirens begin to wail, a mournful, rising crescendo that pierces the heavy silence now. Dogs across the sprawling city howl in unison, their cries echoing a primal, shared fear. The Titan's internal hum, once a gentle thrum, swells into a powerful, resonant, harmonic chord. This is no mere machine sound. It is a profound, ancient melody vibrating through the cosmos. The chord feels like a massive, unseen door slowly grinding open, revealing an unknown abyss. Energy surges through the Titan, manifesting as visible waves rippling across its dark metallic skin. The ground beneath them trembles violently, threatening to buckle under the immense pressure. Scrap metal shifts and groans, creating a symphony of protests against the Titan's awakening. Now, outside the workshop, the oily rain transforms into a torrent, whipped by sudden, furious winds. Speedline skies streak above, a blur of neon and storm clouds. Mirroring the chaos below, giant shadows swallow small people as the city lights dim, plunging streets into an ominous gloom. The crew clutches at each other, seeking solace and stability amidst the overwhelming tremors. Their faces, illuminated by the Titan's eerie glow, reflect a mix of terror and bewildered wonder. The core's inscription pulses brighter, now a scorching white, burning with an intense, raw power. The named crew member feels a searing heat emanating from the glowing letters. A deep connection. Their own heartbeat quickens, synchronizing with the Titan's powerful, resonant thrumming now. A strange sense of memory, not their own, floods their mind. Ancient visions of war and sacrifice. The Titan's core begins to spin, slowly at first, then accelerating into a dizzying vortex of light. The layered metal petals, having revealed the scroll, now begin to retract further, expanding outward. The entire chamber pulses, a living organ within the colossal machine, throbbing with raw energy. The titanic frame shifts, a low growl rumbling deep within its newly awakened mechanisms. Now, its damaged sections, previously inert, begin to spark and mend themselves with miraculous speed. The warning stripes painted on its hull glow with renewed intensity, like ritual paint for battle. The Titan is not merely repairing, it is regenerating, transforming, preparing for an unknown purpose. The ground outside buckles, sending cracks snaking through the concrete of the salvage yard. A distant skyscraper, its lights now completely extinguished, tilts ominously against the horizon. The city, once a symbol of human ingenuity, now appears fragile, vulnerable to this ancient power. The crew watches in stunned silence, their small lives caught in the Titan's monumental awakening. The air crackles with pure, unbridled energy, making their hair stand on end, their skin tingle. The weight of their decision to open the heart now presses down with crushing, undeniable force. They have not just found a machine. They have awakened a god, a slumbering titan of war. The inscription on the core, their name, now feels less like a discovery and more like a brand. It is an oath, binding them to a destiny they never sought, a war they never lived now. The metallic scroll within the core ascends slowly, bathed in the blinding white light. Its intricate patterns shimmer and shift, revealing even deeper, more complex symbols beneath. The core's rotation accelerates, creating a vortex that pulls at the very air within the chamber. A resonant hum fills the space, a deep, guttural sound that vibrates in their chests. Now, the Titan's eyes, previously dark and lifeless, begin to glow with a fierce, internal blue light. They ignite with an ancient intelligence, observing the crew with profound, knowing intensity. The colossal machine begins to move, slowly at first, then with increasing, deliberate motion. Its massive frame shifts, sending fresh tremors through the already unstable ground below them. The crew stumbles, trying to maintain balance, their eyes fixed on the Titan's majestic awakening. Its metallic joints groan, a sound like grinding mountains, as it begins to rise, ever so slowly. The Titan kneels, a colossal act of allegiance, or perhaps a solemn surrender to ancient protocol. Its massive head bows, bringing its glowing eyes level with the awestruck, terrified crew. Now, the capsule's internal indicator, previously displaying hold, flickers, then changes with a definitive, chilling click, sealing their fate unequivocally. The display now blazes with the stark, ominous word, awake. A collective gasp erupts from the crew, a sound of profound shock and dawning horror. The Titan's kneeling posture, once a gesture of reverence, now feels like a declaration of war. Its glowing blue eyes fix upon the named crew member, a silent, ancient recognition passing. The air crackles with an intensity that threatens to shatter the very glass in their goggles. The metallic scroll in the core begins to unfurl slightly, revealing more intricate script now. Each newly revealed glyph pulses with a violent, electric blue light, echoing the Titan's eyes. The entire yard is engulfed in a strange, ethereal glow emanating from the Titan's core now. The oily rain outside seems to shimmer, reflecting the Titan's awakened energy in distorted waves. The city's skyline, a distant silhouette, is now framed by menacing, speedline skies above. Giant shadows stretch and dance, swallowing small people caught in the Titan's monumental presence. The named crew member feels an overwhelming surge of energy, a profound connection to the Titan. Their body tingles with raw power, a sensation both terrifying and strangely exhilarating now. Visions flash through their mind, ancient battlefields, crumbling citadels, and forgotten foes. They see themselves, or a predecessor, standing alongside this Titan in a war long past, long forgotten. The Titan's hum intensifies, becoming a deafening roar that shakes the very foundations of reality. The ground splits, fissures appearing like jagged scars across the concrete of the salvage yard. Molten light erupts from these cracks, casting demonic shadows that writhe and dance. Now, the other crew members recoil, shielding their eyes from the blinding, raw energy unfolding. They witness their companion's transformation, a silent, terrifying communion with the Titan. The Titan's kneeling form now seems less humble and more like a coiled spring, ready to strike. Its massive metallic hands, previously inert, clench into powerful, destructive fists. Now, the glowing inscription on the core pulses with an almost unbearable intensity, searing their eyes. The metallic petals of the capsule expand fully, revealing the scroll completely unfurled. Now, more names appear, etched beneath the first, a lineage, an ancient oath of service, now revealed. These new names are familiar, belonging to other members of their very own salvage crew now. Disbelief turns to a cold, horrifying certainty as they see their own names materialize there. Their fates are not just intertwined, they are preordained, inscribed in this ancient machine. The Titan's hymn becomes a thundering anthem, a song of awakening, of forgotten wars, of destiny. The feeling of a massive door opening now gives way to the sensation of being dragged through it. They are no longer meres, they are inheritors, conscripted into an ancient, cosmic conflict. The weight of this revelation crushes them, yet also imbues them with a strange, dark purpose. The Titan slowly begins to rise, its colossal form dwarfing the entire salvage yard now. Each joint groans with immense power, sending vibrations through the very bedrock of the city. Its repaired sections gleam under the now furious storm, reflecting flashes of lightning above. The warning stripes on its body glow like ritual paint, preparing for a sacred, violent act. The Titan stands at its full height, a towering silhouette against the tempestuous, rift-torn sky. Its blue eyes blaze with an intensity that promises devastation to any who dare oppose it. Now, the air hums with a palpable threat, a promise of unimaginable power unleashed upon the world. The entire city feels its presence, a primal fear rippling through the unsuspecting populace. Distant explosions rock the horizon. Perhaps corporate forces, now aware of this Titan's return. The crew stands transfixed, mere specks beneath the colossal, reawakened war machine now. Their identities, once defined by scrap and rust, are now forged in the fires of ancient destiny. The oath under rust, they realize, is not just a name, but a calling, an inescapable mandate. The Titan lets out a guttural roar, a sound that tears through the storm, shaking the heavens. It is a roar of defiance, of awakening, of a war machine, remembering its true, violent purpose. The sound reverberates through their very souls, a chilling echo of battles yet to come. The named crew member, eyes wide, with a terrifying understanding, feels a profound shift within. They are no longer just themselves. They are a conduit, a vessel for the Titan's ancient will. The other crew members gaze at their transformed companion, seeing both friend and something more. The Titan's core, now fully exposed, glows with an infernal light, a miniature sun of pure energy. The metallic scroll, bearing their names, floats majestically, radiating an undeniable power now. It is the heart of the Titan, the anchor of their destiny, the source of this terrifying awakening. The ground continues to fracture, revealing glowing magma beneath, a fiery abyss opening up. The yard, their home, is crumbling, becoming a battleground for forces beyond their imagining. The Titan raises its colossal arm, pointing a massive, articulated finger towards the distant city. Its blue eyes narrow, focusing on a specific, brightly lit corporate tower in the downtown skyline. A beam of pure, concentrated energy begins to coalesce at the tip of its metallic finger. Now, the air screams as the energy intensifies, building to an unbearable, destructive crescendo. The crew looks on in horror, realizing the Titan's activation signifies immediate, devastating action. They have unleashed something ancient, something that remembers old grievances and seeks vengeance. Their choice to open the heart has not saved them. It has merely condemned them to a new war. The Titan's roar echoes again, a final, terrifying declaration of its awakened, violent purpose. The energy beam intensifies, ready to strike, ready to unleash unimaginable destruction upon the city. The named crew member feels an undeniable urge, a command from the Titan, to join its impending wrath. Their blood hums with the Titan's power, their mind flooded with ancient strategies and battle plans. The other crew members watch, helpless, as their companion's fate becomes irrevocably tied to the Titan. They are no longer just a salvage crew. They are a part of this Titan, its living, breathing extension. The city lights flicker and die in rapid succession, plunging vast sectors into total darkness. Now, the distant wailing of sirens abruptly ceases, replaced by an eerie, profound, unsettling silence. The Titan's energy beam pulses with an almost sentient malice, aimed directly at the corporate tower. The sky above the yard tears open, a rift appearing, revealing glimpses of a dark, alien cosmos. Unseen forces gather beyond the rift, drawn by the Titan's awakening, by the immense power now unleashed. The crew gazes upwards, witnessing the impossible, the tearing of their reality, their known world. Their faces are etched with terror, AOB, and a dawning, terrible understanding of their new purpose. The Titan's eyes flare, its energy beam, now fully charged, poised to obliterate its chosen target. The immense power crackles, threatening to consume everything, to unleash an ancient, unstoppable fury. The city holds its breath, unaware of the cosmic war about to erupt from their forgotten salvage yard.